Well, a good evening. This is Younib TV News at 4. My name is Joseph Kamau.
And I am Maryann Gatu. Now, in reaction to the new tax plan, Azimio Coalition has threatened to mobilize its supporters back to the streets should Parliament approve the proposals contained in the Financial Bill 2024. Azimio principals Kalonzo Musyoka and Martha Karua termed the proposal taxes as punitive and inconsiderate of Kenyan sufferings. Here is the report.
Kando na bodaboda ushuru kwenda juu, hata mkate jameni, bei inaenda juu. That's a proposal. Sasa hebu fikirieni, ukimnyima mtoto wa Kenya mkate, what are you doing? Hapa tunaona ambao mnatuambia tuwaombee jameni. Wanasema even civil servants, mtu atakuwa akisaini kandarasi, contract. So we have some time, mkiona na sisi sio wenda wazimu, sisi ni wapenda tu nchi yetu hii, ndio iwe na amani kwa vizazi vilivyo sasa na vizazi vijavyo.
Hiyo inalingana tu na ile poll tax mzungu alitutosha wakati ambao tulikuwa kwa ukoloni. Kodi ni lazima ilipwe sababu lazima serikali ipate pesa ya kujiendelesha. Lakini huwezi ukatosha kodi mpaka ukaondoa chakula kwa sahani ya mnyonge. Huwezi ukatosha kodi mpaka ukafanya mtoto wa mnyonge alale njaa na akose kwenda shule. Kwa hivyo lazima tuendelee kusema juu ya haki zetu.
Now, on other news concerning the financial bill, the National Treasury has proposed cutting 3.7 billion in the budget allocated to help in the 2024-2025 financial year. The Treasury wants to allocate that 3.3 billion to help a 10% reduction from the previous allocation. Students will receive a revised range of 37 to 47,000, down from the previous 35,000 to 60,000. The proposal has upset leaders of university students and they want it removed. Here is the report.
Power. Generals Viva! Viva! Generals Viva! Viva! Generals Power! Power! Generals...
So on the issue of HELB, it is actually a proposal by the Treasury to reduce the money that is allocated to HELB by 3.7 billion. That amount is quite huge when you consider the fact that if you compare 2017 and right now, the number of students who are being taken to the university has increased by around 200,000. So if anything should be done to help, it should be increased so that these extra students are also facilitated for. And with the new funding model, higher learning education has become quite expensive for parents. And there are some people from very humble backgrounds who rely on HELB to be able to carry out their studies. Yeah. My call to the minister is that, one, they should refuse that proposal from the Treasury. They should they should really have all the statistics about the students who they are taking to the universities and how much those students require in their studies. So the ministry should not accept the amount that they are being told to reduce by the Treasury, and other than not accepting, they should actually push for it to be increased because of the gaps that HELB is already leaving for students.
We have a lot of issues that are affecting our students that are not having enough financial muscles. And we know that as comrades, our only salary is HELB. We are flabbergasted and we are left in yonder and in wonders that HELB amount is going to be reduced by the government. But we wonder, as youths, when the policies are being implemented by the government, where are we? As student leaders, why are we not called to that table so that we are told how these things are going to happen and how they are going to affect students? We demand that the HELB should not be reduced. It better remains where it is, or the amount is adjusted.
And now the body of a man who fell into the Nyangores River in Bomet County during an accident that killed 3 other people has been recovered from the river. The accident that happened at the end of the week after a small car plugged into the river that was full of water. This happened while the funeral of the victims of the accident continues.
Vile saa hii mvua ni mingi, maji ni mingi, kuwaokoa ikakuwa ngumu. So wazazi walipoteza maisha hivyo, na tunasema tu pole. Ile gap wamewacha ni kubwa sana, lakini tunaomba tu Mungu atuwezeshe tuweze kukamilisha. Tuko katika hiyo mpangilio ya mazishi.
But we had to come home immediately because of that, and we are going through a lot of challenges. We are trying to accept everything, and I have my brothers. We are supporting each other, the family, the extended family. We say sorry.
And now we're going to take a short break. We'll be back with more news updates.
Welcome back. Now, on other news, as schools open today, emergency plans are underway to evacuate internally displaced people who are camping in training institutions. A report from the National Disaster Operations Center reveals that more than 280,000 Kenyans have fled their homes, and another 380,000 have been affected by heavy rains and floods.
Tumeweka mkakati ya kuhakikisha ya kwamba kama Monday watoto wataweza kusoma na Red Cross wataweza kupeana hema ili waweze kujistiri kutokana na hali ya mvua na baridi.
Hii ni kampi inaitwa Dairy. Dairy ni kijiji nzima, wako hapa chini karibu na mto. Wamefurika kabisa, ile hali wamehamia huko shule inaitwa Young Muslim.
Tuko na vijana wadogo, tunataka usalama. Kwa sababu peace ni kitu mzuri sana. Na ile watu hawana makaratasi, naomba Red Cross ilete kwa haraka karatasi, hiyo watu wapate mahali ya ujenzi. Kwa sababu mtu akitolewa hapo anataka mahali ya kukaa.
They are affected psychologically. What they need is psychosocial support.
Shule kama Hatata imezama kabisa. Hao watu na shule yao ilikuwa huko ndani imezama kabisa. Wataenda wapi shule? Sasa mtu ahame hapa, apige mguu 6-7 km from here. Mama anabeba mtoto, yuko mlemavu. Itawezekana kweli? Kwa hivyo lazima tutafute mikakati, permanent solution. Tukisema tutafute mikakati ambayo hao watu wasiathirike kila miaka. Wacha tuulizane sisi viongozi wa mashinani, tuulizane ya kwamba permanent solution ya hiyo watu ni namna gani. Hiyo ndio mimi naomba, na tusiwaachie watu wa county peke yake. Watu wa national government wakuje tuongee, tusaidiane.
And now, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has now said that he will lead the efforts of Mount Kenya counties to get more allocation in revenue distribution, following a call from the governors of the area. According to Gachagua, it is right if the distribution is done according to the population and not the size of the county, and also considering the tax collected from a certain area. Here is the report.
Ile pesa inakuja kwa county za Mount Kenya, ukikompea na ile pesa inaenda kwingine, ni pesa kidogo sana. We governors from Mount Kenya are saying the formula must begin to make sense of the one man, one vote, one shilling.
Matters revenue sharing Rigathi Gachagua, Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, is a believer and a proponent of one man, one vote.
The formula did not take into account the issue of population. Population imepatiwa a very small number compared to other issues.
The whole issue of resources is about people. The more you are, the more taxes you pay. And it goes without saying, the more taxes you pay, when it comes to sharing, you share more. And it's that way. Na hiyo sisi tutasukuma na and we have no apologies to make. We want equality and equity. We want fairness in sharing of revenue. Utilization fund, we do have some areas in this region like Mbere, like Atwanyaga in Thika, like Kieni in Nyeri, like Deya in Kiambu, that literally are semi-arid and they have been forgotten. That is something we must work on. Ndio tukubaliane.
Tuko na choo mingi ambazo zimepomoka za primary schools and secondary schools, and we don't have enough resources, Your Excellency.
Kutoka kesho tunarudi maneno ya shule. Your Excellency, our infrastructure za shule mingi sana zimekuwa affected, including Mbere, Manyata na kila mahali. We want to pray and ask you to support us completely tuweze kurudisha infrastructure yetu ya mabarabara na mashule mahali ilipokuwa wakati ambapo mvua haikuwa.
Now, still on matters, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has renewed the campaign for the country to adopt the one man, one vote, one shilling revenue sharing formula. He is in favor of allocating more revenue to the more populous regions since they are the ones who pay the highest taxes. Gachagua stated that it is only just for resources to follow population in response to calls from governors from central Kenya for more resources allocation to the area.
Resources are about people. The whole issue of resources is about people. The more you are, the more taxes you pay. And it goes without saying, the more taxes you pay, when it comes to sharing, you share more. It cannot be a constituency like Roiro, ambaye iko na watu almost 800,000 inapewa similar amount ya CDF with a constituency iko na watu 14,000. Is it fair? We want equality and equity.
Wale wengine viongozi wa serikali na wameshauriwa na wako na vio vya juu na tunawajua kwa majina na tunawajua kwa mienendo yao, na usiku ndio wanaakisha moto, wanaakishia rais moto usiku. Mchana wanaongea wako pamoja na rais, lakini usiku ndio watu wa kuunganisha Wakikuyu wengine na jamii ya Mount Kenya kuelezea vile tumefinywa.
Limuru 3 nyinyi mnaenda kutafuta nini? Kama ni Limuru 3, Mheshimiwa Gachagua, tuitwe Limuru 3 ya kuunganisha Wakenya wote pamoja.
Ukienda kwa biashara tuko, lakini biashara bila sisi kuuzia watu wengine, sisi ni mafukara. Lazima tuijali nchi yetu pamoja.
Never, my people, never allow us to be divided. Let us stay united. And the strength of this region, politically, economically, socially, lies in our unity.
And now we've come to the end of our today's news desk at 4 p.m. with me, Maryann Gatu.
And me, Joseph Kamau. Keep it Younib TV, ever the best.